You know, 2 years ago, what happened was that we had a firm come in and do a facility analysis of the building. And they did just the facility itself. They didn't analyze programs at all. But they said the fascia needs to be replaced and this violates code and all of those things. And so after we got that report from that group, we organized a group of 18 people, community members, administrators, teachers, and we started going through that and then adding to it all of the other things that we knew that were programmatic issues in this building, things that were impacting our programs and our academic core. At that point, the architects started talking about where things should be, and they met with every single teacher in the building. One time round, they met with every single staff member. I shouldn't say teacher, every single staff member, paraprofessionals, janitors, librarians, teachers, to get their sense of what they wished their vision of a teaching area and a learning area would be. And then they pulled together a drawing based on those things. So they, after they got all of the analysis, we didn't really say, I want the library here, I want the library there. We just told them what our needs were, and then they pulled them all together. And, you know, that was the first round. And then the second round, they met again with teachers with the initial drawing. And Vince is not here, but I don't think there were too many major differences from what they said at the beginning. We rearranged a few things, but there weren't major differences at that point. They had a great scheme and they had a great plan. This is our library, and you know, when it was built in 1965, it was the dream of this building. Right in the center, surrounded by glass, sunken floor so that it made the ceiling seem high. It was a great place. Unfortunately, it does not serve all my students because it's not handicap accessible. You can't get beyond here to get into the library. And we've looked at various things. We've looked at ramping, and ramping takes a huge part of the space, but we could do it. But then you couldn't get between the stacks. Can't get a wheelchair between the stacks. Then we have to spread the stacks out. So now we've already taken some space for the ramp. Now we spread out the stacks, and we have nothing left for seating and collaborative work and study. So after trying to figure out what to do with this space, we decided that this is not where the library should be. And so, as I said, we're going to move the library from here and put it in the front of the building where it will be the first thing you see from the curb when you pull up to Madison High School. This space will be flattened out so that it will be even, and it will become classrooms, except that you see we are directly across from the auditorium doors. And many times when we have large crowds at the auditorium, this place gets very congested. And so actually on the drawing you will see that they're bumping this wall in a ways so that there's more area in the foyer of the auditorium. And then right in the center here will be public restrooms. Oh, what a novel idea at the auditorium. So there will be men's and women's bathroom right here, and then the rest of the surrounding area will be divided into classrooms.